Hello everybody and welcome to the Prince of Persia Sands of Time. This is actually one of my favorite games. It's one of the first games I ever beat. So here we go. We're going to start in on it. Here's the first cutscene.
Most people think time is like a river that flows swift and sure in one direction. But I have seen the face of time, and I can tell you, they are wrong. Time is an ocean in a storm. You may wonder who I am and why I say this. Sit down, and I will tell you a tale like none that you have ever heard. Know first, I am the son of Shahram, a mighty king of Persia. On our way to Azad with a small company of men, we passed through India, where the promise of honor and glory tempted my father into a grievous error.
Now, my son.
I trust you will remember your promise.
The Maharaja's treasure hoards lie within. See, like a warrior son.
Interesting opening.
Do you think I felt regret as I gazed upon the destruction we had wrought? Or at least humility at the speed with which a world can be transformed from a good world into a hell? If you think so, you are mistaken. For in that moment I thought of one thing only. The honor and glory I would bring my father by fighting like a warrior in my first battle.
Okay everybody, so how this is going to work is I'm not going to necessarily do 100% like get all health upgrades and all of the pieces of sand, but we will beat it for sure. Okay, now it's just giving me a basic tutorial pretty much. Like, you can actually wall run, which I thought was a neat concept in this game. And I don't think they really used wall running in games around this time. I think this was one of the first games, at least that I remember, that actually used the wall run mechanic. Now you can go and you can like break things and whatnot, but see, you can like backflip off the wall, which I think is really cool. But for the most part, this game is a pretty short, easy game. So after this, I think we'll probably be done with this in like a week, and then after this, we'll probably work on the second one. But you never know what we'll do exactly. So, you know, here we go. Oh, going backwards, not what I want to do. Okay, so we can just attack. Now, I don't know if I'm really going to block, because a lot of these enemies in the game you don't need to block against. You just don't. They're not something that you have to block against, because they're mostly way too easy until you start getting towards later parts of the game, and then you still have to worry about blocking and everything, and that's when you go and you have to learn to block at that point. Now, I thought this was weird, because in other games that you play, it's the joystick that lets you roll. In this one, you have to put the joystick in the direction you want and push the X button at the same time to roll. which I think is kind of interesting that they did it that way. But at the same time, I guess it added a unique element since you have to use the X button a lot anyway. And here is if you're missing health, you just hold the R1 and you can drink water and restore your health. That's cool. The only bad thing about that, though, is because since it restores your health, there's very little in the game. So you have to use it when you find it, use the water, because you will need it at points in this game. So, you know, it's not too terribly bad early on. They give you plenty of water early on, and you shouldn't need a lot of water early on. It's when you start getting later on in the game that they really start ripping you off on the water aspect. Now see, we're going really slow here, and I've never figured out how the game judges when you speed up and when you don't. I didn't realize you could die right there. That's actually pretty funny. I didn't realize that. Okay, let's skip that since we've seen that already. Okay. Is it down? Yes, it is down here. Okay. So... basically, you just use your joystick and push it in the direction of an enemy, and you'll start attacking that enemy. And that's how you do multi-enemy combat. Now, I don't actually think you kill these guys. I think you basically just knock them out. And I think that because, unlike other games of the time when this came out, there's no blood that comes out of the enemies. So, I really don't think you kill them. I think you just knock them out or stun them or something. And I don't even know why I'm hitting any of these little barrels and stuff, because they don't give you anything. I just think it's fun, I guess. I probably won't do that throughout the whole game, though, because it'll get kind of boring just watching me sit here and hit barrels and stuff for the entire game. So, oh, whoa, that scared me. Now, I haven't played this game in probably a year and a half, right around there. So I don't remember where everything is, like all of the health upgrades and all of the sand upgrades. Health upgrades I'm not too concerned with getting, as you can beat the boss of the game with the standard health bar. It is harder, but it's still possible. However, the sand you will need later on. So I'm going to try my hardest to get all of the sand if I can remember where it's at. Also, I am playing this on the PlayStation, obviously, because it was only on the PlayStation. But this is the PS3 HD Trilogy Collection. So I do not know if I am going to try to get all trophies. I might, only because I've done it once before, so it shouldn't be too hard for me to get all the trophies again. They're pretty easy in this one to get all the trophies. But you never really know for sure if you want to get all trophies or not. Now, where am I supposed to go? Oh, right here. I knew that. Okay, then we jump up to this ledge. Let's climb up. Now, I like how he, I think it's called sittling, that he does here. Whoa. How are you supposed to get down? It didn't tell me how to get down. But I like how he sittles, because, I think it's much easier in this game than in other games I've played recently, where it's just slow and it's clunky and it's awkward. Whereas here, they, like, made it smooth, which I like. I'm glad that they did that. They made the sittling easier. Now, I've never heard of anybody actually sittling in real life. Like, I don't know if, like, ninjas did it or what, but, it wasn't until I played, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker that I even heard of the term sidling. And to this day, I still don't know if it's called sidling or sidling or how it's actually pronounced. I have no idea. But it's used in a lot of games now, which I think is kind of interesting. So I guess it's something that's common in newer games compared to the older games. I'm not even going to climb. I'm just going to climb along this ledge here. I'm just going to climb all the way along the ledge. Oh, we have to push O to drop. Okay, that makes sense now. I didn't even try the L button. I just kind of figured jump would allow me to do it. So let's take these guys out. Yes, now they tell you how to vault, and you can actually jump over enemies in epic slow motion there, which I thought was really neat. And it actually does. It actually helps you take the enemies out easier and a lot faster too. As you can see there, we actually grabbed them like really easily, which is really cool. Now, I don't know why at times it does slow-mo, and then other times it doesn't do slow motion. I don't know how that works, if there's a button or something that you press, or if it just like determines it on its own. I haven't figured that out. I wish I could, so that I would know for a fact how to accurately tell what I'm doing. If I'm going to be doing it in slow-mo or regular motion.
My story from here the next time we're interrupted.
Why not? You can continue your story from here, I guess. Shouldn't be interrupted again, but we might. You never know. I mean, who knows what could happen.
I'll stop the story.
Okay, so you just run along the wall. Now, you actually only have so much wall run capability before it goes out. See, like it was starting to go out right there. Wait, there's something down here? Yes, there is. What is down here? Absolutely nothing. Okay. Well, let's heal up at least. Okay, so. Again, like I said, see, you have limited wall run before you just fall. And then you can basically just jump from one wall to the other wall. Which actually is going to come in handy here in a little bit. To get that. The Dagger of Time.
There was a treasure I could carry with pride as a trophy of our victory. If I could only get there.
If only. Well, we will be getting there eventually. It's not something you get, like, super early. I mean, it takes a few minutes for you to get the dagger. But, you know, it's not exactly difficult to get to. Okay, so we fall. And we run again. See, I liked the mechanics of this game. I want to know why they stopped, doing mechanics like this in games instead of doing a lot of the newer mechanics that they do, because I think a lot of the newer mechanics in new games just don't, I just feel they don't work as well as a lot of these older game mechanics, because you had so much more that you had to worry about and do at the same time, and the controls were simple. They didn't have, you know, like 50,000 buttons each do 50,000 different things, you know. It was just a simple, this button does this button does this. Oh, and if you need to run, then you push this button and it does something else while you're running. Oh, ouch. Okay, so, I forget what I'm supposed to do right here, but I think I figured it out. I think. I'm not positive, though. Okay. Oh, yep, I see exactly what I'm supposed to do. There we go. Okay. I was like, how am I supposed to do this here? But we got it. We figured it out. See, This game, and I don't know about the second one, which is Warrior Within, or the Two Thrones, because I haven't really played those that much. I think I've played like the first 10 minutes of Warrior Within and none at all of the Two Thrones. So I don't exactly know how everything works there, but I kind of hope that it works the same way as this, because that would be kind of cool. And I kind of hope that they keep, like all of the same difficulty and puzzles, because this one, it looks easy at times. Like, it looks really easy for a puzzle. But then the puzzle turns into, like, this huge, difficult thing that you never expected it to do. And, it basically... I think we just died. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Basically what we do is we, I think we just go along this edge, maybe. Oh, yep. But I fell. Okay. But no, a lot of the puzzles and stuff will look easy. But they're actually not that easy. Like, there's one puzzle later on in the game. It's quite a ways away still, I think, if I remember correctly. But, it looks like it's super easy to solve. But it actually takes, at least for me, it takes me like 10 minutes to do it, just because it is kind of difficult with how they set it up. And I like that about this game. That's one of the cool things about the Prince of Persia that I like, that unfortunately I don't think they used much, was the puzzle aspect. See, right up there is the dagger. Right up there. So all we have to do is we just have to get our way over from column to column, which... the column jumping in this game isn't too bad. It's easy as long as you line yourself up right. Let's see. Let's jump out this way here. Anything down here? Nothing down here. Okay. Now, you'll know when you find that area with health, because it'll have like a little... There'll be a little offshoot passage, and at the end of the passage there'll be a little, what is the word I'm looking for? Like a banner, kind of. And the banner will, behind the banner, it'll take you to the area where the health will be. So, and I think there's only like 4 things of health upgrades in this game, if I remember right. It's like 4 or 5. So yeah. This is the part that I hate the most. And it's just because I'm bad at jumping from wall to wall, I guess, in this game. Because you have to time it, like, just right. There we go. Hey, I got the timing down. I'm good. Okay, there we go. We got it. Now, we have the Dagger of Time. See, so now he knows what to do. Yes, we can actually rewind time with this dagger, which is really cool. Whoa. So, like, if we die, we can... Oh, no. We can actually push the L1 button, like we just did there, and it will actually prevent us from dying.
The miracle I had experienced by accident in the Maharaja's treasure room, I now discovered that I could trigger at will by pressing a switch on the dagger's handle.
Yes, you actually have to press a switch on its handle to do it. Why they had it as a switch, I do not know, but hey, I'm not going to complain. I personally wouldn't put a switch on a dagger. I think that's a stupid, idiotic way to go about getting the dagger to use its power, but again, I wasn't the one that designed it. Anyways, we're only 17 minutes in. I'll probably go for 30 minutes in each episode.
Father, I have brought us honor and glory.
Your Majesty, you promised me my choice of Maharaja's treasures. That dagger. Surely you won't deny the lad a souvenir of his first battle. You may have your choice of all the Maharaja's other treasures. Except that hourglass. That will make a flying gift to the Sultan of Azad when we pass through the city. And some exotic animals for his menagerie. And a dozen slavers. Yes, that should be. I want no...
That guy sounds a lot like me. He coughs all the time. It's kind of funny. Later on in the game, how his story progresses.
Merciful in victory.
Oh no, there was some weird gal spying on us, apparently. I don't remember a lot of these cutscenes anymore.
Trust not a man who has betrayed his master, nor take him into your own service, lest he betray you too. I learned the truth of this to my sorrow, the day that we arrived in Azad as the Sultan's honored guests.
My friend, your visit brings joy and honor to my cause and humble dwelling. If only you'd given me time to prepare a proper welcome. The glories of Azad are famed throughout the world. And yet, the best is yet to come. I give you the sands of time. Let the friendship between our kingdoms endure as long as time itself. The sand, why does it glow? I can tell you. Inside the hourglass is a marvel that no living man has seen. Alas, only the dagger can unlock the sands of time, and it belongs to a greater one than I. A young prince, dearer to his father than all the wealth of India. Perhaps he will oblige. Is it meant to do this? Alicius! Give me the dagger.
No,
You have unleashed the sands of time. I can undo what you have done. Give it to me now.
Okay. I don't know how or why we unleashed the sands of time, but we did. Like, how did putting the dagger in the hourglass release all the sand? It doesn't make any sense at all. Okay. So again, let's jump over and destroy them. Yes, now that we have the dagger of time, when an enemy is on the ground, if we press triangle, we can actually go in and like retrieve the sand from them, basically killing the enemy.
they rose to fight together. I soon realized
And restoring our little bar over there on the side.
friends that never knew from monsters living dead.
Okay, where's the rest of them? Oh. Okay, well let's vault over these guys here and take them out. stab both of these guys real quick. And then we can jump over you. And we will stab you. Okay, now let's just grab the sand here if we can. We can't. Okay, so we actually do have to kill all of these guys. I didn't know that. I figured we could just grab the sand and continue the game. Okay, cool. Let's see. This is the stuff I don't like, is all the fighting scenes here, because some of them I think are unnecessarily long, honestly. Hey, it's that weird gal from earlier. And she's got something glowing around her neck. Okay. I think it's like an amulet of some sort, but I don't remember what it does. Yes, now these actually show you scenes of things that are coming up, like puzzles and stuff that are coming up. Which is really, really neat. I like that idea. But for now, this is going to be the end of this episode. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked this episode, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.